Oral questions. The honourable member for Vancouver East.
Mr. Speaker, on September the 13th, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency yanked XL's exporter license at the request of U.S. officials. The Minister of Agriculture and his department determined this meat wasn't safe enough to be sold to American consumers. Yet the minister didn't pull XL's Canadian license for another 14 days. So for 14 days, the Minister of Agriculture allowed the same tainted meat that wasn't safe enough for Americans to be sold to Canadian families. Why?
Good question. The Honourable Minister of Agriculture.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I welcome the question from the minister, from the member opposite. It gives you another chance to say that food safety is a priority for this government. CFIA began acting on October the 4th and has continued to act on September the 4th, and has continued to act based on science and information as it became available.
The honourable member for Vancouver East.
The minister's response is again very short on the facts. So let's review. The minister said he was aware from day one of all the activities, which means he knew about the broken safety equipment. It means he knew on September the 6th that XL Foods was withholding critical data from government officials. It means he knew on September 13th that meat from XL wasn't safe enough for American consumers. So why then did he withhold vital public health information from Canadians?
That's it. The Honourable Minister of Agriculture.
Well, as I said, Mr. Speaker, CFIA, based on science and timely access to information, began operating on September the 4th in the best interests of Canadian consumers. They continued to do that. There's a timeline that's been well published up on the CFIA website that answers a lot of the questions that the member opposite chooses to ignore.
The honourable member for Vancouver East.
Yesterday was a watershed day for taking responsibility. First, CFIA took responsibility for their part in this recall. Then XL took responsibility for the faulty operations at the plant. The only person with the infallibility complex who refuses to take responsibility is the Minister of Agriculture himself. When will he apologize for his failure to keep Canadians informed, and when will he tender his resignation?
The honourable member for Libby. The honourable Minister of Agriculture.
Of course, all of these decisions and actions are undertaken by the officials at CFIA, Mr. Speaker. They continue to work on science-based reasoning and timelines as information becomes available. My job as minister is to ensure that they have the capacity, both from a budgetary process and human resources, to get that important job done.
None at all.
The honourable member for